What if I told you that the roots of Russia's history stretch far beyond the glamour of the Tsars and the iron fist of the Soviets? Indeed, the story begins with the early cultures predating the formation of Kievan Rus. These enigmatic tribes, including the Scythians and Vikings, roamed the vast plains and icy rivers of what we now know as Russia. The rise of Kievan Rus marked a significant turning point, creating a powerful Slavic state with Yaroslav the Wise at its helm. However, the golden age of Kievan Rus couldn't last forever. Fragmentation ensued, opening the doors for the devastating arrival of the Mongols. The impact of the Mongol conquest was monumental, reshaping the region and its people in unimaginable ways. Yet from the ashes of the Tatar yoke, one city emerged stronger, Moscow. So as the Mongols retreated, the stage was set for a new power to rise, the Tsars. If you thought Game of Thrones was intense, wait until you hear about the Russian Tsars. Our story begins with Ivan IV, known more infamously as Ivan the Terrible. His reign was a paradox marked by both modernization and brutal repression. On one hand, he introduced Russia's first printing press and centralized power, but on the other, his oprichnina, a policy of mass terror, left a trail of destruction. After Ivan's demise, Russia was plunged into the time of troubles, a period of chaos and civil war. False Dimitris claimed the throne, Polish invaders reached the heart of Moscow, and famine and plague swept the country. But out of this turmoil, a beacon of hope emerged, the Romanov dynasty. In 1613, Mikhail Romanov, a mere 17-year-old boy, was elected Tsar by the National Assembly. Little did they know, they were laying the foundation of a dynasty that would rule Russia for more than 300 years. Mikhail's descendants continued to wield the scepter, but it was Peter the Great who truly left an indelible mark. Peter, a towering figure both literally and metaphorically, had an insatiable curiosity and a vision for Russia. He dreamed of a modern, powerful Russia integrated with Europe. To accomplish this, he embarked on an ambitious reform program. He modernized the army, introduced new administrative divisions, and even demanded that the nobility shave their beards and adopt Western clothing. But perhaps his most enduring legacy was a city, St. Petersburg. Built from scratch amidst the marshes of the Neva River, it was to be Russia's window to the West. A city of canals and palaces, it was both a symbol of Peter's ambition and a testament to his will. Peter the Great, a ruler who truly lived up to his name, set Russia on a new path with his ambitious reforms. From the depths of the time of troubles to the glittering spires of St. Petersburg, the journey of Russia under the Tsars is a tale of resilience, ambition and transformation. For Russia, the 18th and 19th centuries were a time of contrasts, expansion, enlightenment and war. During the reign of Catherine the Great, Russia's borders stretched out like never before. The annexation of Crimea and partitions of Poland marked notable territorial gains. But the expansion wasn't just geographical. The Enlightenment, a period of intellectual awakening, sparked a cultural revolution in Russia. Figures like Catherine herself and Mikhail Lomonosov led the charge, infusing Russian society with new ideas and perspectives. However, this era was not all about progress and enlightenment. The scent of gunpowder and the echo of marching boots were never far away. The Napoleonic Wars saw Russia pitted against one of history's greatest military minds, Napoleon Bonaparte. The French invasion of Russia in 1812 was a historical turning point, with Russia playing a pivotal role in Napoleon's eventual downfall. But beneath the surface of these victories and advancements, discontent was brewing. The Pugachev Rebellion, the largest peasant revolt in Russia's history, highlighted the simmering tensions within the nation. It was a stark reminder of the vast social and economic disparities that existed, hinting at the revolutionary storms that were soon to engulf the nation. Despite its victories and advancements, Russia was a nation on the brink, with discontent brewing beneath the surface. As the 20th century dawned, the Russian Empire was teetering on a knife edge. Alexander III and his successor, Nicholas II, sought to strengthen autocratic rule. But beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. The winds of change were being fueled by the rise of revolutionary movements, inspired by the ideas of Karl Marx and the dream of a workers' paradise. Meanwhile, Russia's vast empire was facing pressures from both within and without. The Russo-Japanese War was a shocking defeat, shaking the empire to its core and igniting the flames of the 1905 revolution. Then, the First World War broke out, and Russia was drawn into a conflict of unprecedented scale. The war drained the country's resources, and discontent grew among the populace, paving the way for significant political changes. Nicholas II's decision to take command of the Russian military further exposed the inadequacies of the Tsarist regime. As casualties mounted, so did the grievances of the people. Bread became scarce, fuel was in short supply, and the winter of 1916 was one of the harshest in memory. Dissatisfaction turned into open revolt, leading to the February Revolution of 1917, which saw Nicholas II abdicating the throne and the establishment of a provisional government. The stage was set for one of the most significant events in human history: the Russian Revolution. In 1917, Russia's course changed forever, as the Bolsheviks seized power and the world's first communist state was born. Under the leadership of Vladimir Lenin, the October Revolution set in motion a dramatic shift in the country's political and social landscape. The provisional government was toppled, and the Bolsheviks began their quest to create a workers' paradise. However, the transition was far from smooth. A brutal civil war erupted, pitting the Red Army against the White Army, with the country torn apart by violence and chaos. This period also saw the Red Terror, a campaign of mass killings, torture, and oppression, as the Bolsheviks sought to eliminate their enemies and consolidate their rule. Despite the turmoil and bloodshed, the Bolsheviks emerged victorious, and the Soviet Union was officially established in 1922. The birth of the Soviet Union marked a new era, not just for Russia, but for the world.